Michael Jordan's story is often told through trophies, highlights, and records, but beneath the brilliance lies a far more human journey shaped by rejection, discipline, and relentless self-belief. He became a symbol of excellence in basketball, yet his path began in uncertainty rather than certainty. From small-town beginnings to global superstardom, his life reflects the cost of greatness as much as its reward. This narrative explores not only the rise of an icon, but also the emotional and psychological weight carried along the way, revealing how a boy shaped by doubt transformed into a figure who redefined possibility itself. Childhood foundations. Born in Wilmington, North Carolina, Michael Jordan grew up in a home defined by structure, discipline, and hard work rather than luxury. His father worked long hours as a mechanic and supervisor, while his mother maintained stability through demanding shifts and unwavering expectations. Within this environment, lessons about respect, effort, and accountability were constant. Evenings were often spent learning from his father in quiet conversations that shaped his mindset. Early competition with his older brother also planted the seeds of rivalry, teaching him that victory was never guaranteed, and that improvement required persistence, focus, and an unwillingness to accept limits. The high school setback. At 15, Jordan experienced a defining setback when he failed to make his high school varsity basketball team. The rejection stung deeply, especially as he compared himself to peers who succeeded while he was left behind. Instead of public celebration, he faced isolation and disappointment. Yet within that moment of failure, something shifted internally. He returned home, processed the disappointment privately, and turned to the one thing he could control: practice. Repetition became his response to rejection. Every dribble in an empty driveway became a statement of intent. Slowly transforming frustration into fuel would drive his relentless pursuit of improvement. The fire of discipline. In the years that followed, Jordan's discipline intensified. Early mornings became routine, and late nights were spent refining skills that separated him from his peers. He trained with an intensity that often bordered on obsession, driven by the memory of being overlooked. Coaches began to notice not just his athletic ability, but his willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of growth. Each practice session became a proving ground where effort mattered more than talent. This period marked the beginning of a transformation, where rejection evolved into motivation and persistence became the defining characteristic of his emerging identity as an athlete. UNC arrival and pressure. When Jordan arrived at the University of North Carolina, he entered a demanding environment that tested his patience and humility. The campus was filled with elite talent, and expectations were high under legendary coaching leadership. Initially, he struggled to find his place within a structured system that required discipline over instinct. Practices emphasized teamwork, timing, and restraint, challenging his natural desire to dominate. Yet through persistence, he began to adapt, learning that growth often required surrendering ego. This period became essential in shaping his understanding of structure, responsibility, and the importance of earning respect rather than demanding it instantly alone. The growth under Dean Smith. Under Coach Dean Smith, Jordan experienced a style of basketball that emphasized intelligence over impulse. The system demanded patience, defensive awareness, and unselfish play. At times, this restraint frustrated him as he was accustomed to expressing himself through aggressive scoring. However, the structure forced him to evolve beyond raw talent and develop a deeper understanding of the game. He learned how to read defenses, anticipate movement, and trust his teammates. These lessons, though difficult at first, became foundational to his later success. In this environment, Jordan's game matured from instinct-driven play into a balanced, strategic, and disciplined approach overall growth. Entering the NBA. Jordan entered the NBA in 1984, with immediate impact, redefining expectations for a rookie athlete. His explosive athleticism, scoring ability, and competitive intensity quickly made him a standout. Fans and opponents alike recognized that he was unlike anything the league had seen before. Despite facing stronger and more experienced defenders, he consistently delivered remarkable performances. Each game became a stage where he demonstrated creativity and control under pressure. As his reputation grew, so did the attention surrounding him. What began as promise soon evolved into dominance, marking the beginning of a career that would reshape professional basketball forever. Legacy began. Bulls dynasty and championships. With the Chicago Bulls, Jordan reached the peak of competitive success, leading the team to 6 NBA championships during the 1990s. His ability to perform under pressure became legendary, especially in crucial moments where games were decided by single possessions. Alongside teammates who complemented his style, he built one of the most dominant dynasties in sports history. His scoring titles, MVP awards, and unforgettable performances solidified his status as the league's defining player. Each championship run added to his legacy, transforming him from a superstar into the global icon whose influence extended far beyond basketball itself in cultural greatness legacy. Cultural impact and global fame. Beyond the court, Jordan became a cultural phenomenon whose influence shaped fashion, marketing, and global sports identity. The Air Jordan brand turned athletic footwear into a worldwide symbol of aspiration and style. His image appeared across advertisements, films, and media, making him one of the most recognizable figures on the planet. This level of fame transcended basketball, turning him into a bridge between sports and global culture. Children and adults alike aspired to emulate his competitiveness and confidence. Retirement, aging, and philanthropy. After retiring from professional basketball, Jordan transitioned into a quieter phase of life focused on family, business, and philanthropy. The intensity of competition gave way to reflection and responsibility. Though his physical prime had passed, his influence remained strong through ownership roles and global brand partnerships. He also invested in charitable initiatives supporting education, healthcare, and underserved communities. Over time, aging softened his public presence, replacing constant competition with selective engagement. The meaning of greatness. Michael Jordan's journey is ultimately more than a story of championships or records. It is a study of resilience, identity, and the cost of greatness. His life demonstrates how early rejection can evolve into unstoppable determination, and how pressure can forge extraordinary excellence. Yet it also reveals the quieter truth that success carries its own emotional weight. Beyond fame and achievement, he represents the complex balance between ambition and sacrifice.